Combat Casual. Combat Sports Today back again with another episode of Combat Conversations. Recapping the best in combat sports over the weekend, giving you guys some news, and talking a little bit about where we think the sport is heading. Phil, it's been a while, man. What's going on? What's going on? How you doing?
6 weeks, I guess, the MMA break from what people call it. But there's been a lot of stuff that's been going on over that 6 week period with no UFC, especially with Ryzen, a bunch of Octagon events. I think Dirty Boxing and Karate Combat had events. I don't remember. There's so much shit going on. A lot of boxing, especially. But what about you?
Not much, man. Just been cold chilling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you said, there is a lot of things happening all the time outside the UFC. But in bigger news, we did cop the Snorlax slippers. So
I heard
this is really the biggest news, in my life at the moment. But yeah, man, I mean, I've been steadily grinding. Speaking of Octagon, they gave me a strike on my channel for trying to cover one of their events live. No broadcast, no event footage or sound being shown. And before I went live, they struck my channel. So I'm kind of mad at Octagon right now.
Generally, why would promotions do that? You're not live streaming the event or any audio, nothing. They just showing your face. You're just reacting to it. And the UFC loves that stuff. You see Ariel Helwani's guys GC and New York Rick doing it on their channel. So you know what I mean? What's the big deal here?
It's just YouTube. It's just YouTube's bots going out and hunting down stuff they think is going to be copyright. So I don't know. It's pretty dumb, but
did you at least appeal it?
It got denied.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So anyway, but enough of that. I mean, yeah. So the UFC was back, as you mentioned, after their 6-week break. What did you think about the UFC's first event on Paramount from a production standpoint, and I guess compare it to what we got with ESPN?
I thought it was exactly the same thing. Just ESPN was red, Paramount's blue. UFC from blood to crypt. That's what it was, bro. And they just have a new ring announcer. Not ring announcer. The lady at the desk. I forgot her name.
Her name is Kate Abdo.
She's from the UK, right?
Yeah, Kate Abdo. She does a lot of boxing coverage. I think she's fantastic.
Yeah, she's great.
The issue is that I think that obviously, we don't know what the regular fight night desk is going to look like yet.
Yeah, of course.
But from what I could tell, the flow of her, Bisping, Cruz, and Weidman was completely off. Didn't seem like they were in sync. And Karen Bryant Kate Abdo doesn't seem like she knows a lot about mixed martial arts, in my humble opinion. I think she's great, but there was definitely some criticisms I have of the way the whole desk was working on that night.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty much the same thing, just a couple of new faces there. I mean, there's definitely a lot of ads. I mean, it might be more than ESPN, but I think if with Paramount, we had a lot more different ads. So maybe we'll see the same ads in the next couple of freaking UFC events, but nothing really different for me. I like the opening for the pay-per-view when they had Travis Barker, I think, right? It was Travis Barker in the middle of the octagon or something like that.
Yeah, playing the drums. I thought that was dumb.
Something different, right? At least you're trying something.
Yeah, it's a good point. Changing it up.
And then putting ads on walkouts and the corner stuff, they got to do a better way of doing these ads. I don't think they need to put an ad for every time, put the whole screen. Put it at the corner or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is
the way it was put to me, because somebody had pointed that out. They're like, dude, there was ads on the main card of what's supposed to be a pay-per-view, right? And so the way it was explained to me is okay, well, do you want to pay $80 for a pay-per-view, or do you want ads? So I mean, it was more ads. It was more ads though in that vein.
I mean, to be honest, I actually share an account with my homie for Paramount Plus. He hooked it up for me, so
same. That's one thing dope about Paramount Plus is they let you they let multiple people use your shit at the same time. That's one thing I locked in on it. I fucking love that.
I love it. So other than that, I mean, what's pretty cool, like you know how the UFC pay-per-views will be on ES, like they take a while to get on the ESPN app. Like
Okay.
as soon as like the
So,
fights were over, like each fight was individually uploaded. Even the like the pay-per-view portion, the main card portion, was
mhm.
uploaded onto Paramount Plus. So you're able to go back and just watch it instead of trying to find a random website just to fucking look up the fight, rewatch it, give a breakdown
Yeah.
for people's YouTube channels and stuff. So that was pretty cool.
Um. So I guess though, like production wise, you're saying you thought it was the same thing. I would tend to agree with you. I do think that Paramount, like the experience of watching on Paramount, was improved from ESPN Plus, though.
I don't know. Did you like
Just the
on
app
my
in general.
on my stream? I don't know because my connection because of the storm and stuff like that. But like I feel like I was watching this shit on 720, like 720p or something like that.
Interesting. Interesting.
I don't know
Okay.
because like it just felt like it didn't look HD to me, like
It
at
looked
birth.
good on my end. The only there is a couple technical issues. Obviously, had Bruce Buffer introducing the wrong fighters
Yeah,
or in the
yeah, that
wrong
was
order at the
yeah,
first, and I was like, "Oh, that's not a good sign." But then, like when the ads would end, the ad overlay would stay
yeah,
on the screen for a while, and then every once in a while it would buffer. So it would either come back, like I'd grab my remote and be like, "Oh shit," and then it would come back, or I'd have to back out really quick, go back in. It
yeah.
seemed to work pretty smooth though.
Man, I don't know, man. Just like I don't know. Like when I was sitting on my bed, like I was excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited. Like the quality didn't look as good. Like it says in the comment, show weather says yes, Phil, and the bit rate was kind of ass. Made me go back to Fight Pass. So okay, so I'm not the only one. But
That's good.
I don't know. I just felt like I was watching the same thing. And then I don't know, this card just did not give me that big fight feel. Like I wasn't excited for like, oh, UFC on Paramount. Like when we had UFC on Fox, they put the world heavyweight title as the first event on Fox with Cain Velasquez with Junior
Mm.
Dos Santos. And then when it
Mhm.
went to ESPN, they did Henry Cejudo versus TJ Dillashaw on the first
Yes.
card, champ versus
Yes.
champ. And
Mhm.
you go to this card. Don't get me wrong, main event was fun to watch. It was a sloppy banger. We'll give it that.
Mhm.
But like, it just felt like more of a just a two top contenders fight.
Well, I didn't like the fight upon initial announcement. Like I thought it was stupid. I'm like, Armin needs to be involved in this somehow. The fight ended up delivering big
Of
time. The
course.
fight was great. And it's always hard being the first fight of the year, or like earlier in the year, because I think this is gonna be in contention for fight of the year throughout the year.
Mhm.
Um but yeah, I mean, like the card as a whole, I mean, I heard some people being like, "Oh, yo, this was like a 9 out of 10 card," and I'm like, I thought it was
Eh,
a fairly average, good, UFC
yeah,
event. I gave it a 7 out of 10, but I didn't think the card didn't knock my socks off or anything like that.
yeah. I'd give it like a 7. I mean, if I gotta look through the card again, it was crazy. It's fucking back to back numbered cards, which is pretty cool. I mean, like the first 4 fights of the night were pretty like entertaining. You got Ty Miller, Josh Hockett, Alex Perez with a huge upset, not a huge upset, but
Yeah,
like he knocked out Charles Johnson. Nikita Krylov's like last like minute knockout, and then Teba kind of surprisingly did not finish this guy after dropping him multiple times. And then Umar Nurmagomedov does what Umar does. I'll get to
yeah.
Umar
Let's
later.
okay. We can talk about it now. I mean, Umar, I thought had another. I thought the fight was largely impressive, like because Umar was able to control former champion Davison Figueiredo. He did nothing to him, Davison. But I'm like, dude, this is kind of lame. Like Umar delivering another
I
classic
don't.
Umar isk
That's the
performance.
thing with Umar, bro. Is like he's really good, but he just does whatever it takes to win. Like I feel like he doesn't take any risk. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I get it. You're
Father's
fighting.
plan.
Yeah, Father's play. Like in the UFC's eyes, you're not really proving me you want a talent. I get you know he's winning. That's what he's supposed to do. But like you got Sean O'Malley on the card. You have to prove to me that like you're gonna earn that title shot over Sean O'Malley. But even though Sean O'Malley's performance was all right, but like Sean O'Malley's fans like more. Especially for Paramount. He's
Yeah,
gonna sell more. not sell
Well,
more.
and then people are like
That's
telling me like
crazy.
because I do a show every Sunday after the event. People are like telling
Yeah.
me like got to be Umar versus Jan next. I'm like okay, whatever. Like y'all want to see that? I don't agree with that. I want to see or no, sorry, they were telling me Umar versus Sean. My apologies. And I'm like, bro, let's do Umar versus Corey Sandhagen. What are we doing? But you know,
I'd rather see Corey
right.
Sandhagen and Sean O'Malley, to be
That's what I
honest.
meant. Sean versus Corey Sandhagen. I'm like, I've been wanting to see that for years. People are saying Sean needs the next title fight. I'm like, all
I
right,
mean, his
dog.
last performance didn't really like wow me. I mean,
Against
I
Song,
had a like I had a 2-0 song, and then the third round O'Malley winning. But like you can argue the first round to O'Malley. I'm not gonna go against what you say because I thought the first round was pretty close, depending how you felt about that first round. Like second round,
mm-hmm.
I think I had definitely clear for Song and the judges, and then the
Yes,
third round was clear Sean. But like the first round was kind of up in
100%.
the air, and
I
I don't
agree.
think it was a robbery, but I thought it was a pretty close fight. So and like
Yeah, you know,
Song don't make any fight easy.
yeah, it's like Sean O'Malley getting back in the win column. That's all it
Yeah,
was.
that's how it felt. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets the title shot though. Like it's
Yeah,
just UFC wants to push him instead.
100%. Did you think that Silva versus Allen was a robbery? Some people were telling me they thought it was a robbery. I'm like,
No,
I had scored the fight for Arnold Allen, but again, same with the
I think I had a
Sean fight.
29.
Like two and three were the clear rounds for either man, and then the first round was a swing round. So
Yeah, I mean, I had Gene Silva winning. It was a fun fight. Like, don't get me wrong, it was a great fight. I thought that was gonna be
yes,
fight of the night up until the main event, but both guys delivered in that opener, so that was a good start to the card. And then we went to Natalia Silva, Rose Namajunas. I'll be honest, I kind of looked away. It's like I know how this. I hate watching Rose Namajunas fight now. I just can't watch her. Like every time she's headlining the card, I just immediately shut my TV off and go what I need to do. I just don't find her fights like entertaining anymore. I don't know.
yeah. It's the case of like you're doing enough to make the fight competitive, but are you doing enough to sway the judges? And honestly, like you can make that same criticism of Natalia Silva. Like neither woman put a stamp on the fight, and by the end of the fight, I was like, I don't even know who won. I didn't really pay attention.
That's what some of these
Natalia
fights
Silva,
were. Like some of like the main fights that like you need to really like keep an eye on because you could be in title contention. Like a lot of these guys did not put a stamp on it. You know what I mean?
yes,
Like
yes,
Natalia
and I feel
Silva,
like
Rose
that's
Namajunas,
why the card kind of fell. Didn't
flat.
me. I mean, I don't know, dude. I always have the same expectations for a UFC card because, like, I'm out here watching fucking like kickboxing, like K1, and fucking like
Yeah. Well,
knockout,
at
and
least
like those cards are sick. But
with
you know,
Gene Silva, at least he made me feel like, yeah, I want that title, so I'm gonna fight my ass off. You know what I mean? I want to prove to UFC I'm the man coming for that title shot. Like
and
Umar,
then
he's
the
like, yeah, I'm
third,
gonna play it safe. I'm a 30-27
yes,
you. Like
yeah,
Natalia
yeah,
Silva played it safe. Sean O'Malley kind of not played it safe, but like he didn't feel like the Sean O'Malley to me. That I know that can finish a guy like Song. Like I don't know, he just in my opinion just a better striker. He felt kind of flat in my opinion, but like it
yeah.
just none of these fights really felt like oh yeah, this guy's next up.
Well, and then you watch like the main event, and you're like, okay, well, the fight was amazing. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, dude, like Ilya's gonna slime out Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, that's what I
Like
said too.
for sure. And then like for Patty, I actually think that Patty's the biggest winner on the night because I think his stock rose in a loss. But then you kind of go like, is that a viable way to remain a contender in the lightweight division? In my opinion, no. I think that like the holes in his game were exposed. He's not as strong as a grappler as I initially thought, and I think that he's never going to be champ.
I never thought he was gonna be champ regardless. I just thought he
Yeah.
was getting cherry picked until like the main of until he gets to Ilya, because his
hmm
history there. But like, I think the UFC was kind of banking on Gaethje's might be on the wash side of things. He does fight reckless, but she did fight in this fight reckless. But then Patty was clipping him, but like he was eating him like nothing. So I mean, his best win is Michael Chandler, and we know how Michael Chandler fights with no IQ. And he just kind of let the fight go. So, and then that's how Patty got the win. But I picked Gaethje to win this fight. my parlay says otherwise because I do a group parlay with my friends. I was like, I don't know, Gaethje. I don't like when the odds are like plus 200 because that's when it's like that's real good underdog like territory for me.
Mhm.
But other than that, like especially with this fight, like yeah, Gaethje's the interim title, but who's he fighting? You know what I mean? Like, is he gonna fight Ilya? Is he gonna fight Armin? Is Armin gonna fight the winner? Like, I don't know.
Patty.
There's too much.
That's how
Dude,
I match it up.
this
You have to assume that, like, you have to assume right after the card ends, like, of an interim title, that it will be unified, right? We'll see how that plays out. But I do have Patty versus Armin next. I mean, I thought Armin again should have been involved in this somehow. I think Armin should be in a title fight next. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, he's kind of on the UFC shit list right now. But shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Armin though. Have you seen his social media? That dude is
Mm-mm.
everywhere. He's on everybody's stream, bro. He was with like Aiden Ross, and then he was with that guy from New York. Ooh, sorry, burps.
No
What's
worries.
his name? That does the thing with the Aki way, the sandwiches. You know what I mean? You never seen that guy on Instagram?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yo, Ak, let me get it the Aki way. You know what I mean? You never seen that? It's like a
Nah.
famous like deli or bodega in New York, and they make like special sandwiches.
Okay.
But the guy has like over 1 million followers on Instagram, whatever. He's popular, very popular. And then he's on with freaking one of the I think it was the Full Send guys. One of those guys. He was just on everybody's podcast. I'm like, and like they made like a whole thing about it online. It's like, where's Patty? Like, I mean, not Patty. Armin's on like a plane to everywhere. He's on a generational tour right now.
Dude's getting busy. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all we need to have to talk about on UFC on Paramount. Um, something that happened last
Wait, one more
week.
thing.
Go
One
ahead.
thing about Paramount, we got fucking played. All right, this whole 9 o'clock, 1 hour before the
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
like, yeah, for me it's 10 o'clock, but now they moved to 9. That was the biggest fucking lie in my life. First of all, the
I
first fight
I
didn't start till 9:30, right?
uh
Like we're 30 minutes in, and then like the third fight didn't start till like 10, like what 10:50, 47, 10:47,
I was looking
bro.
at my clock when the main event was walking out, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's midnight over there on the East Coast." I'm like, "Yeah, you guys did get played." On
Dude,
that.
I expected from like 9:10, like, all right, we're gonna get this going. These motherfuckers yapping about the Paramount Plus. Like, nobody give a fucking fuck. Nobody cared that there's no fucking pay-per-views no more. I'm so fucking mad. I'm like, dude, I'm passing out right now. Like, you guys are really setting me up for failure right now.
It's fucking funny. Yeah,
I
I
was so
mean,
mad, bro.
yeah, UFC lied again. Shocker. But somebody that lived up to the hype, I think, was Smilla Sundell on Thursday. Tough
Yes.
enough, 151. Did you watch this fight?
I seen the highlights, but it was
Okay.
pretty cool to see her because her first fight got canceled because I think her opponent got like sick from the weight cut or something like
I
that.
know. I was there. I tried to go watch the fight in Las Vegas.
He was there, dude.
I was
I feel
there.
so bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So fuck. But anyway, I thought that now obviously she fought a girl that was like 3-6.
Yeah,
You
she
know,
fought in the PFL before.
so it's like obviously was a favorable position for Smilla, but
Yeah,
I will say, man, she's had a long layoff.
she's
Two
rusty,
years,
very rusty.
year and a half,
Uh,
2 years. But I would say that she looked incredibly fast in this fight. Like, and I don't know why exactly. Like, her hand speed is definitely faster without the big gloves. Oh no, she fought in little gloves. She looked just like incredibly fast. I don't know why, but super mobile, like much more mobile looking in the cage.
yeah,
Very quick. And yeah, she got the TKO. Obviously, she kind of played it a little safer throughout the
yep.
first half of the round. And then when she realized, like, okay, I can get inside and I can land these elbows, I can land these knees, she just started cooking that girl up against the cage. Very, very happy for her. What did you think about her performance?
Thought what she did what she's supposed to do. Funny enough, this fight
Mhm.
was actually 150 pounds. Makes me curious. Is like,
Wow. Wow. That's really, really heavy.
well, she did had a switch of opponent last minute, so Oh, they gave her like another month to prepare for this fight. So I don't know if she's gonna be fighting at 145 in the future or 135. Makes me question what she wants to do with her career, because in one she couldn't make 125. That's why she got a
Mhm.
title stripped. And then she wanted to fight at 135, but one didn't want to make the division for her. So
Right.
I don't know. So maybe this is a bantamweight contender we're looking for, or maybe 145. But I highly doubt that.
I
She's still
it'll
very young.
She could go to the PFL, and I'm sure that they would figure something out for her, kinda. Then she'd
I
kinda
think
be I don't know. She'd be, like, in the same situation at one. But, yeah, if she wants to go to the UFC, it has to be at 35, obviously. Um, the thing that I do have a criticism, and I kinda wanna get your thoughts on it. I think that her over-reliance on the tie clinch could hurt her, in the future. Do you have any thoughts on that? And again, I don't know exactly why. I feel like just from that position, it could be a spot for girls to maybe take her down, reverse the tie clinch. But I really, that's the only critique I can make of Smilla Sundell's very first MMA fight at 22 years old, nonetheless. So,
Uh, I think she'll be fine. She hasn't really have like gone through that adversity yet. Like it's the first fight, so like maybe her coaches, but hey, maybe kind of spend too much in the clinch. But if she's landing bombs and then the opponent can't do anything about it, why not stay in the clinch? But like we never seen her opponent really shoot for the takedown or anything like that.
yes, that's
So
true.
so it depends on her next opponent. It's really fight by fight now, because like the first fight, she got the first fight out of the way. She proved that she could finish somebody in the first round. So
All right. So I did watch some sumo, Hatsubasho. It's like the Tokyo tournament. What do you know about sumo?
they do like these I think like 3-day events, right? Like day one, day two, and day three. And I know the
15-day events.
15-day
Every
events.
odd numbered month. So this is my very first time ever watching sumo, and boy was I stoked. I fucking love sumo. There's like 200 people competing a night over the
Yes.
course of 15 days. It was so cool to watch how like the arena fills up. You have like the lower ranked guys go first, and then it goes all the way up to the very top, cream of the crop guys. There's a guy right now, Ayanoshiki. He is from Ukraine, and he has the fast. He's tied with the fastest rise up to the rank of Ozeki, um, and he was very exciting to watch. He actually ended up winning the tournament. Now, there's a couple of guys that I learned about, like the different kind of styles they have. It's really interesting watching like a smaller, more athletic guy kind of like be
Yeah.
able to ring out guys twice his size. Another thing cool about sumo is it's fast paced. It's like
Very
guys
fast
get in
paced.
there, they get pushed out, next guys come in. Nobody goes like it's not like okay that was one, let's do another. You go. Was super super fun, man. I saw some brutal throws, guys getting fucking flying out of the goddamn ring, landing on their head, all types of crazy shit. Dudes having to get stretchered off. It was really really a fun experience learning about sumo. I might do some more sumo coverage on the channel. We did do one watch party for it. Got like 3,000 views. Very, very stoked about that. So yeah, man,
What
sumo is
what
fucking
time did
sick.
what time does it start for you?
So we would start at 7 p.m. your time, and
Wait, it
the
starts at 7 p.m.
it would start at 7 p.m. your time, and then the top ranked guys would finish about 4 a.m.
Holy shit! All right, it's working a whole shift. All right.
Yeah. So, but the cool thing is that for the very like top guys that you would want to see,
Yeah,
I think it only goes for an hour, and there's a lot of YouTube channels that show the whole event on their channel. So that's
yeah,
something that you could quickly just kind of shuffle through. There's a great site out there. It's called sumostats.live. That's what I was using to follow along live because I didn't know
yeah.
who was wrestling because everything's in Japanese. Um, but yeah, man, it was a really really fun experience. Shout out to a channel member of mine, Scott. He was the one that put me onto it for months and months. He's like, dude, you should check out sumo. And I'm like, I don't really know what's happening. Like I'm like, there's other stuff going on. What I didn't realize is how it's just for 2 weeks straight. It's sumo every single day from 7 to 4 on the East Coast. So no, sumo is great. Well worth your time to watch. Even just follow along with the highlights, learning about everything. Um, and you kind of get to this point where you get to the end of the night and you've been following along for however long you have been. You're like, oh shit, these are the top ranked guys, and you really feel it. You're like,
Yeah.
damn, like this is the real like best
Who's
of the
gonna be
world at this.
who's gonna be Yokozuna? You know what I mean?
Well, there's two Yokozunas now, Onosato and Hoshoryu.
Yeah.
And Onosato had a very bad performance. Both men kind of headed into the tournament injured,
Yeah.
rumored to be injured. And yeah, it's cool like seeing like the rising guys try to take or dethrone the Yokozuna, and
Yeah.
I think that Ayanashiki is well on his way. He just needs to win one more tournament, and he's on his way. So
That's
whoever
one
wins the
that's
tournament is the guy who has the best record in the tournament. And
one
he was tied with one guy. They ended up going twice at the very end, and having the what they call playoff, and Ayanashiki was the one to win, the man from Ukraine. So shout out to him. He actually left the war. Um, he left during the war and fully committed to being a Japanese sumo wrestler. So shout out to Ayanashiki.
so we gotta make a trip to to Japan, right? That's one of my bucket list things, go to a sumo event.
Don't even get me started, man. Dude, okay. What do you think is more expensive? Going to Saitama Super Arena, getting VIP tickets to New Year's Eve Ryzen show, or going to a sumo event and getting front row tickets?
Going to a sumo event because we get media pass, baby.
It's twice as expensive. It's like $1,500 to
To go
sit
to a sumo
front
event?
row, and then it's double that at the last day.
Is it really?
It's like 3 Gs to sit up front, dude.
Listen, I don't have to sit up front, right? I'll be in the fucking balcony
well,
watching fucking sumo.
I
Those are
think it's
some
a
big
good comparison.
men. I can see them.
Also, that's only a 10,000. The capacity is 10,000 for. They have like specific sumo like event centers, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
compare that with like was it 60,000 at Saitama or the Tokyo
yeah.
Dome? So it makes sense that they would be more, but also it's like it's kind of a bigger deal in Japan. So
Yeah, no, sumo's pretty big. I love like how like they treat their sumos like superstars, pretty much.
mhm.
Pretty cool to see.
Very
What else did you
strict. They
watch?
have to be. So again, I got the strike on my channel. So I wasn't super motivated to cover everything this weekend. But so I watched a little bit of one. Um and then I gotta check. I watched a little bit of one. You said you watched the highlights of one championship.
Listen, here's my gripe with one now. You guys stop giving a fuck about the fucking one championship prime cards because they're fucking ass. I don't care what anybody says. I thought we were looking at a Friday fights card right now. Like, dude, like we used to have fucking amazing main events. Like we used to have Chinggis versus Super Bond and a bunch of other like guys too. But these cards are straight ass, bro. I don't care. Like people are like, oh, Rambulek and fucking Abdullah, whatever his name is. I don't give a fuck. Like, dude, like I don't give a fuck about that main event. Like, what happened to our title fight? You guys have so many fucking champions, and you don't have them headlining these type of prime cards.
Something that one is doing is they're really saving all of their talent for the bigger cards. Um, which I love those bigger cards, dude. Like those numbered events, fucking some of the best things in combat sports. But
Bro,
everything
where
else
is
one puts
Tang
out there,
Kai?
who, who,
Tang Kai?
like it's like nobody knows because like I've been watching one for fucking like 3 or 4 years, and I've seen that full fight one fucking time, bro. Like he's the champ, and it's like, like who's Tenkai? You know what I'm saying? Like he's just
Dude,
you don't even.
like put Christian
Where's
Lee on a
any of
prime
their
card.
champs?
Regional Urso's fucking on the sidelines again. I don't know where the hell he's been. Like, who's
I
next for
mean,
Regional Urso? Like,
but
who's
like
next?
this is the thing about one, right? Is like the shift has gone to Muay Thai. Muay Thai cards in the morning or Friday fights are better. The numbered events are more generally MMA. You'll see bigger MMA names on the fight nights, and then you don't ever know what you're going to get with the numbered events, but it's all their big stars. So it's like, I honestly understand where you're coming from. It's like, why am I even investing the time to watch
Yo,
all
yo,
of this? Go ahead.
they announced another one numbered card in Japan, and apparently it's on a fucking Wednesday.
What?
You hear this bullshit? I saw one of the homies posted. He was like, "Why is one having a numbered card on a fucking Wednesday?"
On a Wednesday?
Yeah, or Thursday, whatever, depending what
Well,
time of
Thursday
the.
makes sense because
Oh
that's
no, it is
Friday.
Wednesday, April 29, 1/1/75, 1 a.m. Yeah, see, they just do this shit that piss me off, bro.
What?
I used to be a big one advocate, like a one defender, but now I'm just like, dude, I don't give a fuck no more. They fired the U.S. team, and I was like, I fuck you guys.
I love one. I love one. I love what one can be, right? But
We love the
no,
potential that one can be.
yeah. But you're right. You're right. And show other says RDR said you it's best if you go to it's when I says RDR said it is best if you go to one aren't a Muay Thai guy, then you are throwing your career in the bin. Yeah, yeah. No, I think everybody kind of understands that. And like I get a lot of casual fans that are like, well, I don't really care about one. But it's like because you're watching it for the MMA. It's like if you go it's like if you go to KFC and you're
Yes.
trying to get like, like the fucking like a burger. It's like, nah,
You know
it's
what's
not.
crazy? I was sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. I
When
was
you
kind of
said
losing my
that,
train of
bro,
thought.
I was like, wait, hold on, KFC. I thought you read my mind. Cause what am I gonna what am I gonna eat after this stream? I was
It's like if you go to
like,
KFC and you're looking for pizza. It's like it's
nah,
not
bro.
their main.
I literally had
You're like, all right,
KFC on
what am
my
I gonna get?
mind, and you was like, whoa. I was like, what the? I was like, dude, what am I gonna eat after the stream? And I was like, maybe I want some KFC.
I kind of want some
But
chicken.
yeah,
Not gonna lie.
I know what you mean. But the thing with one is like I've been pretty vocal about this. It's just like stop putting the guys in fucking Muay Thai fights and then taking the guys, putting them kickbox. Like I get these fighters want to do it, but like we gotta keep our divisions in check. Like, what is the point of rankings?
To me, you have to be fluid to fight in one. Yeah, it's like Bruce Lee, right? You gotta be like water. You got to be able to fight in MMA, Muay Thai, kickboxing, and fucking go grapple a motherfucker from time to time. If that's how you want to be making money in one championship and being active, like you have to just be down to fucking fight and whatever. And it's stupid. Like I don't know. Like I want to see, and that's a big issue with these Japanese cards. Like it's like
Hey,
we got. Oh, go ahead.
did you know that one removed the rankings?
What rankings?
The
like,
rankings
like,
that's not on their page right now.
I didn't even know they had them.
They're gonna have so per sources, obviously I'm part of the ranking system. They're gonna come back out with a new refreshed rankings.
What is it like AI rankings, like meta rankings?
I don't know because my name's not on the website anymore, so I'm kind of pissed.
Oh shit! Okay, damn. One snubbed you. That's
No,
really
no, they
what's.
snubbed everybody. So I don't know what they're doing. I haven't got an email, nothing about. I gotta ask Nick Atkins. But hey, what's going on with these rankings? I was like, oh, probably heard nothing. But he would tell me because we're obviously part of the ranking system. It really doesn't mean much because I'll put my rankings in, and then like I look at the rankings. I'm like, how the hell is this dude in the rankings? Like, doesn't make
when
any sense.
when when does it become like when have we seen this before with Chatri? When does it become like, okay, you got to stop trying to cultivate this market and just like focus on what's making you focus on what's successful right now. One doesn't make any money, but it's like you're trying so hard to break into the Japanese market by making your star Thai athletes fight in kickboxing against Japanese kickboxers. Like, when does this start to hinder the product?
Dude, I actually forgot to mention this. I actually saw on Twitter that Chachi was at Ryzen like a couple weeks ago, like on his own, like just like
Interesting.
checking out the event or something like that. So I don't know if this
Okay.
dude. I mean, if you really want to make some money, you work with Ryzen, right? Because Ryzen's actually profitable compared to
Mm-hmm.
one. And then Chachu needs to stop burning bridges because like you need to save your company, bro. You want to burn that bridge, you burn it when you're like successful. You know what I mean? Like the UFC, they'll burn a bridge like, oh, we don't need you anymore. You're not profitable for us anymore. Can you just imagine a one versus Ryzen card? Like that would actually do some numbers, like pay-per-view wise.
It would, but I would liken it to like a Bellator versus Ryzen. Remember when Bellator versus Ryzen happened and Bellator stomped those fools? I think you'd see a similar thing. I think Ryzen would stomp one like in MMA, but they do have kickboxers. Can you imagine like a Yuta Kubo and a fucking like
Get
what's that
Yam Man
fucking
and
guy's name? Yeah,
get Yam Man.
Yaman, or like maybe just bring Cozy out of retirement, have him fight somebody. That could be lit as fuck. Now that you mention it, and you could have some fool like fighting Muay Thai against some other fool from one too. That would be actually gangster. That would be super gangster.
You know
I'd
what'd be
buy that.
gangster? If fucking
So
they get Roberto Soldic a fucking fight. I'm actually looking at
who?
him right now.
Who?
Roberto's
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like
exactly.
it's like I want to make this song. I want to make a song called Chatri Jailhouse Blues, and have it be like a straight up blues song, and just like just
I think
talk
you get
about how
cut off
like
from the you
one
get cut
media
off from the one guy.
partnership.
You know what's crazy too? Actually not
That's
crazy, but
funny.
did you actually peep the Zuffa boxing card?
Oh yeah, you were gonna talk about that. Yes, let us know. I did not.
So it looked pretty cool. Like, a lot of people don't like the Apex, but like they added more seats, kind of gave it a more crowd vibe. I don't mind the Apex if it's just for a kind of like just like a contenders card, you can say. Like that, not like the highest names, because like a Kalen Walsh is actually perfect for that card, in my opinion. You could bring in a decent crowd, but I don't think he's bringing in like a enormous amount, unless you're going to Boston or something,
Sure,
or
sure.
Ireland, because
That's a good point.
Boston's got a lot of Irish people and Irish
Mhm.
history here. So, but like other than the card, some of the fights were cool. Some fights just didn't, kind of stale. Like Kalen Walsh's performance, nobody's really cared about it. Like he kind of just nobody really thinks he's gonna be a superstar. Depends if the UFC fans follow, but other than that, but like production was cool. I like the graphics for everything.
Mhm.
Um, the announcers, whatever, kind of glazing a little bit too much about Paramount Plus, Dana, how he's gonna fix boxing, yada yada. This, like Max Kellerman was on there saying, "This is what I've been waiting for my whole life." Da da da. For the UFC to make it, I mean, not the UFC, but like to make boxing feel like a legitimate
Yeah,
like
you know,
sport.
I didn't watch the card, but I did watch some of the highlights, and you could audibly hear Max Kellerman gagging on Dana. That was me. I'm just
It
kidding.
was generally like the card was fine. Like I don't
That's
think
good.
like I
That's
don't
good.
think
Okay,
like
but like also like I don't think you can judge what Sufa boxing is gonna be based off of this fucking soft launch of
yeah,
Zufa
it's a soft
boxing. You know what I'm
lunch. People
saying?
expect it to be balls out.
Um, Something that a good friend of the channel, Isha from City Life Project, pointed out is that they used to do this thing on Fight Pass. I don't know if they still do, but it's called Hollywood Fight Night, and I
Yeah,
believe that is in part owned by the UFC. I could be absolutely wrong on that, but he basically said it was
they're
like
just
that, just like rebranded.
it's pretty much the same thing. And like it's just like in my eyes, Hollywood Fight Nights is gonna be like the LFA to Zuffa boxing. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
okay, okay,
I mean, because Hollywood Fight Nights is under UFC Fight Pass, and Tom Lawfer is the owner or whatever. And he's good friends with Dana, and he's the one that kind of put him on with Kalen
okay,
Walsh. So
okay. Got
yeah,
it, got it.
so yeah,
So I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see how it plays out. I think there's a bigger conversation to be had about um, Dana White having a president that's favorable to him and changing legislation to run Zuffa boxing like he does the UFC, and how there's no athlete protections for MMA fighters. He wants to have the same thing going on in Zuffa boxing. And I mean, when we talk about how the like ethics portion of that being way off, I do think that that can translate into financial success for the UFC. Will it turn the UFC's boxing or Zuffa boxing into like a reformed great product for boxing fans? That's the question.
Are you talking about like them trying to change the Ali Act and stuff like that?
It's already going to be voted on.
I
To
mean, I
be
think it's
put
gonna be changed
to a ballot.
regardless, right?
Yes, I'm speculating at this point that it 100% will be. Um, so does that do what? Because I think it's a financial like incentive goal, but the question is, does that make that a better product
Hmm.
in
Put me on the
boxing
spot
overall?
here.
Well, you know what I'm saying,
Financial,
like because okay, we got to think
because
is like the reason that the UFC works. They have 80-ish% of the top talent in the sport, right?
yeah.
And though there is favorable matchmaking from time to time, generally the best fight the best, right? Most like 9 times out of
Well,
10, you're gonna
here's the
see the
thing with
best
Zumba
the best
boxing. I kind of realized is that like they take like a lot of lower level guys, and they're gonna pay them whatever they pay them. They actually paid them, I think, more than what lower level guys get in boxing. So like, I think what like some of the boxers get like 10 G's or something like that, and like for the lower level cards, rather than like I think in some cards they get like paid like $2,000. So that's
fight.
already
Yes,
kind of a good
dude.
thing.
I know somebody who fought on the undercard of a Floyd Mayweather event, and he did not get paid. So
See, they try to use. That's the thing. This needs to be ordered. You know what I mean? Like, no doubt that guys in Zupa is gonna get paid whatever they're gonna get. Well, they signed for, right? Of course. And then what I like about Zupa is that they implement the bonus system, which is like the
mhm.
50 G's, yada yada. And people are like, oh, but more top, boxers make more than that. They make millions. Well, the top boxers do, not the lower level guys. So at least Zuffa is going to be really good in bringing in the lower level guys and making them feel worth it. That way they can set off their careers.
But do you get the issue of like what you see on like Top Rank or Matchroom or Queensberry, where it's like this is why I can't pay attention to boxing as much. You get this guy who's like 20-0, and he goes up against a guy who's like 15-3 or something, and then like he's way overmatched. It takes him to the 8th round to finally stop him, and it's just like it's so boring. It doesn't garner any interest. But then people will come to me and be like, "Dude, this guy's like a prospect. You got to watch him." And you're like, really, like this is what we're getting? It's so lackluster, and it just sucks. Like are you gonna start seeing like protected prospects, like
In
based off
Zuffa,
of that? Yeah.
funny enough, like I read like some of the comments. Like I follow this page, Everything Boxing. This is a
Mhm.
great page if you haven't followed him, by the way, on Twitter. But he kind of broke it down. He's like, the A side won on the first Zuffa boxing card, but like the B side definitely came to fight. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So it's not
that's all I
like
want to see. That's all I
yeah,
want to see, man. I want to see good competitive matches.
like it was competitive, but like just enough for the A side to win. From what I read, I didn't watch every single fight on the card, but I just kind of watch like I just want to get the feel of the event. It didn't feel
Sure.
anything like, oh yeah, man, this is the first Zuffa boxing card. Like I have to watch the entire card. Like no, it's kind of just like I just want to check it out, see if like it'll be anything engaging. Kind of feels like a UFC card. Like the pacing is amazing. It is fast
That's
paced.
good. That's
So
good.
you know how like previous boxing cards we watch is like they kind of take forever to get to the next fight.
Yeah,
It's like no,
and to be
besides
fair, like some people thought that like Canelo Crawford was like the first Sufa boxing. Like it was not.
it
It
really
was
was no, it
no.
was not.
So
This is
this
the
is the
first
first
official.
iteration of it. Yes.
And people are
Um.
bashing on it. I'm like, dude, it's a soft launch. Like, here's the
Yes.
thing:
Yes.
Zuffa boxing is coming in at the right time. You know why? The zone hasn't re-upped with Golden Boy boxing yet, right?
Hmm.
Isn't that
Hmm.
crazy? And Top Rank still doesn't have a streaming deal.
That's insane. That's literally
Box
insane.
the only two that's really alive. Right? I mean, PBC it's on Amazon Prime, whatever, but it's still
Okay.
doing pay-per-views, charging like $80 for these like cards. I'm like, dude, like, and
That's
nobody's
crazy.
really like, I don't think anybody's still buying pay-per-views anymore. They still haven't got with the program yet. And like
Yeah.
PBC's been on like 10 different platforms already. So
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
gonna so once their thing is up on Amazon Prime, I think they'll be gone too. So now with Zuffa Boxing, they're straight up on Paramount. So they'll be fine for a while, and like they have faith in their, Dana White and stuff. Especially with
That's a
Turkey
great
pumping
point.
money into this. So,
Yes.
in my eyes, Top Rank will dissolve into Zuffa boxing. Just I'm waiting on it
God, that'd be crazy. I
because
mean,
a couple
they have a
a
lot of
couple
great
years
fighters
ago,
over on Top Rank too.
there was a report. I forgot the reporter's name, but Dana White shut it down. But I don't think he shut it down for no reason. There was a report that Dana White was going to purchase Top Rank Boxing, and Dana White shut it down.
Rick Glasser.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a lot of crazy takes on. He's an inside boxing guy, but like he has a lot of he'll say a lot of shit that sounds outrageous comes true, and then like he does say a lot of shit that's like sounds outrageous and isn't true. So
So I think
but
that
yeah,
we got to keep an eye on that part. Like I think
that's a good point.
Top Rank not having a streaming deal, that makes a lot of sense to me. And then Dana,
100%.
like is gonna laugh in Oscar De La Hoya's face when the Golden Boy doesn't have a fucking streaming deal.
Dude, you're probably gonna see that. Remember that iconic picture of Dana White with the tombstone, and it's IFL, Elite XC, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Strike Force. You're probably gonna
Yeah.
see that same thing happen, dude. He's probably just gonna end up buying a bunch of shit and then forming it into Zuffa Boxing, and
Dude,
then that's
how
how
did he
they'll.
build the UFC? Was getting all these other promotions. Because
Mhm.
Dana always says these
God
guys
damn it,
they
that's right.
burn.
Oh my
Dana.
god.
Oh, sorry. Dana always says these boxing promoters burn their money into the ground. Look what happened to Don King. He burned all his money into the ground. Top Rank, where are they at? How is Top Rank, one of the greatest boxing promotions of all time, not have a streaming deal? What's Dana gonna do? Hey man, I'm gonna take all your boxes. I'm gonna put them on Zuffa Boxing. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And then
I didn't even think about that.
think about it. Like this is Dana did not jump. He decided now. And plus, he's not gonna lose with Turkey backing him.
Yeah.
Dude,
Sure.
he has Jai Opataia, and he was trying
Yeah.
to reach out, and he was trying to get Jesse Bam Rodriguez, but Matchroom matched the offer. So
I did see. I think you reported that he resigned.
yeah, from
CST
reported
did.
by who reported it? IFL TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of news and reports and stuff, what do you got? What do you got for us, man?
PFL dropped their official ranks for each division, and the biggest red flag is Francis Ngannou is not ranked in the heavyweight division.
Interesting.
So does that
Should be.
mean he's with the promotion still? You know who else
Well,
got the boot?
who did?
Don Davis. He stepped down apparently, and
He's like not
Brave
involved
Sethel.
anymore.
I mean,
I saw
apparently
Ray
not.
Sefo left.
So a lot of
Interesting.
so a lot of the new guys are just pretty much booting out the old guys. So like John Martin is like the new CEO or something like that.
Mhm.
Hold on. Sorry, I thought I had freaking news. But anyways,
No
but
worries.
yeah, all that shit. PFL had some pretty cool rankings. They announced some new fighters, which is kind of
Okay.
funny, which they didn't really announce some new fighters. They just put them in the rankings automatically. It's
Okay.
like, yeah, we got this guy Julio Arce, who's ranked number 10. I'm like, he hasn't even fought for the PFL yet. Brian Battle is actually ranked number 7 in the PFL middleweight rankings.
Interesting.
So I'm just like, how can they be ranked if they haven't fought for the PFL yet?
Who the fuck is doing those rankings?
I'm just like, bro, like even I don't have him like Brian Battle's like top middleweight outside of the UFC because he hasn't fought middleweight yet. The only time he's fought
Yeah.
middleweight is in dirty boxing.
Right. Oh, wow. Super interesting. I mean, I think they're making good moves over there, man.
Right now, they're shifting to what we really want to see, which is the big fights. We got the rankings. It's cool. Now, if they can get an audience going, get a nice little TV stream deal, whatever, we want the PFL to stay alive.
They're
Because
still
you know
with
why?
ESPN, right?
Until the end of the year, I believe.
Okay. Got it.
I got a fucking fly. It's pissing me off.
Is Brendan Loughnane still in the PFL? Asks Nostog. What is up, by the way? Good to see you.
That's a good question. Is Loughnane in the US PFL? I mean, is he in the rankings? That's a good question.
Right.
That's the only way to look.
Francis Ngannou not being ranked is crazy, but isn't he the fucking super fight champion or whatever the fuck they call it?
I don't know because he hasn't fought for them since 2024.
Well, yeah, he shouldn't be ranked then. He shouldn't even be ranked.
So
Uh,
Lochner is not ranked in the PFL featherweight division.
Interesting.
Interesting. I'm gonna get
Featherweight
this
is one of
fucking
their
fight.
stronger divisions, though. I would say.
Yeah, they got. It's just funny. Julio Arce hasn't even fought for the PFL yet, and he's fucking ranked number 9.
Okay. Word. Yeah, that's funny. Oh man, I wonder what Francis is gonna do next. We're way off topic. You got anything on Rico?
Beats me, brother. I mean, he was in talks to fight what's his name, Anthony Joshua. But since the whole situation with Anthony Joshua's car crash, so the guy's gonna need to take some time off, mentally heal, physically too. But losing two close friends like that fucking blows.
All right. Well, it's gonna be Rico Verhoeven versus Jason Love on Aiden Ross's boxing fucking promotion.
That was so embarrassing. You tell me why I woke up in the group chat just sends me, not sends me, but sends in the group chat. It was just like, y'all see Adam 22 get his ass beat? I'm like, what? But from who? Like Jason Love in a boxing match. I was like, that was last night? It was like in a minute. And then I see Lena the plug, like after he got his ass beat, jumps on Jason Adam, was just like, I still loved him. Da, da, da. Like with her ass cheeks out and
Oh my
everything.
god, that's so stupid. Oh my god.
I mean,
Somebody
this is
was
the most
telling me somebody was telling me they were watching that in my Discord, and I was like, "Yo, we gotta have a serious talk about this guy. Like, did we kick him out of here?" Like,
dude. I've not watched anything Aiden Ross, but I've seen clips. What is going on with people, man? Fucking,
I don't know, dude.
you know what's funny? Adam 22 went to college around here.
Okay,
He went to UMass Low.
that's where all the
Lola.
good colleges are over there too, right?
Yeah, actually, UMass is one of the best party schools. UMass is so big. We got like 4 different UMasses. We got like UMass Amherst, UMass Dartmouth, UMass Low, UMass Boston.
Oh shit, dude.
But like, yeah, he actually funny enough because Adam 22 knows a lot of Cambodians because he grew up around a bunch of them. So I'm just like, oh yeah, he's pretty cool. And then like his fame got bigger and he became like more of a cuck as he later on. I'm just like,
This isn't even my final form.
he just gets worse, bro. Like,
Holy shit! All right, that's enough of that. What else? What else you got, my friend?
I don't know. You just get like fucked up with this shit. I might have to look at my Twitter, bro. Like, there's so much shit that just went on.
Oh my god!
Like, I can't believe you really brought up the Adam 22 shit. That's so
I tried
bad,
not
bro.
to. I tried not to.
Antonio Plazabot is out of his fight at Glory 105 due to injury. That's what Glory reports.
That fool's always getting injured.
Yeah, but hear me out. Vet Sports actually reported that he'll actually do a financial reason.
Ooh, interesting.
There you go.
Financial
That's
reason.
one.
You think he's like trying to re-sign with Glory, and they're like, "Nah, we ain't gonna pay you more."
I don't know. It's a good question.
Plazabot's one of their biggest draws. I feel like, right?
I mean, at this point, he knows Glory's desperate. So, I mean,
Mm,
Rico's gone. He's hey, I'm your next heavyweight star. So, but speaking of
yeah,
money,
Amy.
the UFC did double the performance bonuses and added a new $25,000 incentive for any finish that wasn't selected for the $100,000 bonus.
It's good. It's better. I think it's marginally better.
It's good for the definitely good for the like the lower level guys, especially who's making like 12 and 12.
I think it's marginally better. I think that some guys are going to be snubbed at 50 G's, but the promotion's already like so favorable about who they give the performance bonus to. So it is better, but it is marginally better. We know for a fact that the UFC only wants to pay around 20. They're capping out at 20% of the profits being paid to the fighters, and it's going to stay that way. So they wouldn't have made this move if they didn't think it was going to go over 20%. So fighter pay is still a big issue.
Always will be.
Is still a big issue. Yes, it's never going to be fixed. This is a talking point, for Dana to be like, look, I'm paying fighters a lot of money, 25 G's. I love this kid. Um, but it's still going to be an issue until some
I
legislation is made against it. So
I understand just because like there's a lot of low level guys. Like, why am I paying this dude 50 G's per fight? You know what I mean? And like I don't know who these like some of these like 6-0 guys. Oh yeah, he looks like a prospect. I'm gonna film 50 G's per fight. I mean, but I don't like the whole win what's it called win lose fucking thing. Like
mm-hmm.
you get your set pay whatever like let's say 12,000
show
and you get a
show and win.
show
Show and
money. Yeah, the show money and the win money. I think it should all be in one. Like you should just get 24K off the bat if you're gonna pay them 12 and 12. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. If you're gonna do that, but
win. To me,
that's
it's
the only
like
thing.
the reason you pay them is because they're taking brain damage.
Yeah,
But and they are the workhorses of your organization. They should be getting a much bigger pot than 20%. But the fighters will never unionize, and until there's legislation made in favor of the fighters getting paid, which will not happen during this presidential term, because the UFC is so in favor with the
Trump.
powers that be. It's not
Yep.
Trump. It's not going to happen for a long
Yeah.
time, and fighters are not smart enough to unionize. So it's on them.
And speaking of brain damage, BKFC heads to Hawaii on April 11th.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, that's sick.
You know,
Yo.
Hawaiians love to scrap. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, the UFC Bellator went to Hawaii. Those
Yep.
cards were sick. UFC refuses to go to Hawaii. That is fucking rad, dude. BKFC is the shit. Oh,
You
by
know,
the
hold
way,
on.
I did not get my BKFC cruise ticket.
C
So
BKFC. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. But do you know what? You know what has bad news? Muhammad Usman accepted a 2-year and 6-month period of ineligibility for violations for
Well,
so
we know that
he's suspended for 30 months.
we know for a fact that one of the Usman brothers, is a steroid doctor who has a clinic in Florida.
Yep.
Kamaru Usman, in my opinion, he allegedly has evidence against him to be a juicer. I'm just shocked to hear this news that another Usman brother, the other Usman brother, popped for steroids. Also, like, I don't give a fuck about that dude. The guy has been very unimpressive in the UFC. Big fucking whoop. This guy's going to be out for 2 years.
In other news, one championship fighters have been released from on January 12th. Shout out to my home boy Nick Atkins for releasing this news. Anissa Mekson, Dennis Purich, Dmitry
Good.
Menchikov, Tagir
Oh, yeah.
Kaliyov, and Nicholas Vigna. Nicholas Vigna was just sacrificial lamb for all like the fucking newcomers. Dmitry Menchikov, he was tested positive for steroids or whatever it was, PED enhancers, but he was already on his way out, and one hit him with that. Oh yeah, you tested positive for this on his way out. Wink. So they kind of screwed him over, and now they finally released him. I think his suspension was up or something like that. Dennis Purich was kind of shocking, just because he kind of brought on a lot of fights. He was very pro one, spoke highly of him.
He did a lot for them, yeah. But Dennis Purich, whatever.
At least he comes to fight, which I appreciate.
You're right.
And Nissa Mekson was kind of like a former world champion, then signed with one, but like I don't know.
Yeah, kind of a surprising one.
Yeah, but I think she's kind of at that age where it's like, yeah, it's time to move on. You don't really do for much for us. She's 37 years old. She's done what she's got to do in her career. She hasn't won over Kana, and she hasn't fought since 2024. So it was about time to move on.
Sure.
So all those guys were released. Andreas Hale says, per sources, David Benavidez will challenge Zurdo Ramirez for the WBO, WBA cruiserweight titles on May 2nd in Las Vegas. I will say David Benavidez is one of my favorite boxers to watch today, maybe going all time. So he is moving from light heavyweight to cruiserweight, which is insane.
Wow.
So expect to fight him, Jaya Pataya, if he gets the win.
You're talking about a former middleweight champion just a few years ago, or super middleweight, moving up to fight a Olympic silver medalist at light heavy. and then people had questions about him there. Is his power going to translate? All that stuff, and he shut those questions down. By the way, there's a guy out there. Round one is his username. Still owes
Yeah.
me $10. I told him that David Benavidez would knock out his last opponent. Guy still hasn't paid up. What's up with this guy?
What
Jokes.
is that? How you been Anthony Yarde in fucking big 2025? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking
um. So yeah, that's sick. That's a sick fight. People like Zerto. I'm not
uh
really sold on Zerto. I don't think he fought a lot. Who the fuck? He was fighting. A couple years ago, he fought somebody. This is before he lost his undefeated record, and he was like 43-0, and then the guy ended up beating him. But since then, like I guess he's been quietly making some noise, and congratulations to him for fighting for a title.
yeah.
Is he the champion at cruiserweight, or is this going to be a
He's a
vacant?
champion. He
Okay,
beat
well that's
he
sick.
beat Christian Billum Smith, I think. Chris Billum Smith, CBS,
Okay, well,
on the
shout to
Riyadh.
shout to Zerto for taking that L and then like bouncing back, getting a title, and then I think
Yeah,
David Benavidez smokes the dude though.
Zerto lost to Bivol.
Okay, that's who it was. That was Bivol.
And
Yes.
Bivol's like number one right now, like top 5 pound for
Yeah.
pound. So it's
Yeah.
not like you lost to, and that was a light heavyweight too. So I remember that
I
looking
really
that fight
wanted to
up.
see Benny versus either Bivol or
I think they're gonna do the
Benavidez.
Benavidez and Bivol trilogy, and then
Okay.
I love that Benavidez is like, dude, I'm not waiting around. I'm just gonna move up and fight
Yeah.
the best guys
No,
there.
he made that mistake at super middle, waiting around for Canelo. So I think he learned from that. He's like, no, fuck this. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna get paid. Shout out to David Benny.
One of my favorite. He's like top 3 in my books right now. RFA, your least favorite promotion, RFA Wrestling. They've been making a lot of waves. They extended the deal with Fox Nation. They were very popular on that app, and like I think they saw an increase in subscribers. So that's props
Sick.
to RFA. We love to see these different combat sports organizations thrive, and they've been doing their thing, bringing in the UFC athletes and
Yeah.
they had Kobe Covington dominate Luke Rockhold in their last event, and Kobe's gonna sell the event, right? Kobe Covington's gonna sell. He
100.
dominated Luke Rockhold like 11-0, which is pretty bad.
Wow.
And
Wow.
and he called out GSP for a grappling match, like a wrestling
That'd be
match.
sick.
The thing I love
That'd be
about
sick.
I think you would enjoy this more than BJJ, obviously, because it's not a lot of stalling. You know what I mean? You have to get position to win. You get slammed, you get takedowns and stuff like that. At least you get to see like wrestlers at the true like prime. And Michael Chandler was there. He called out Eddie Alvarez to a grappling match because Eddie Alvarez is not with the UFC no more. Chael Sonnen's like one of the, I think he's the lead announcer or something like that, or the mat announcer, ring announcer, whatever you call it. Bo Nix is on this.
Was
Yoel
Chad
Romero.
Mendez on any of those cards?
Yeah. Armin
Shout out to Chad.
Sarukian was on there.
So
Armin
Chad Mendez
Sarukian.
actually lives like 30 minutes away from me, and I did the windows
Yeah,
on
I
his
remember you
house.
telling me that.
He was so bummed when the GFL promised to pay him and then didn't. So I'm glad that dude's getting paid.
Yeah. And
And that's
a
what it
lot of
is.
these,
We need more avenues for these guys to get paid. And that's
especially
always better. I ain't gonna watch the shit. I ain't gonna contribute to that, but
I bet you will. You like fuck it.
no. I ain't watching that.
You
I'm
will.
watching sumo. I'm watching sumo. If these fools want to sumo wrestle, I'm all in. But I ain't watching no goddamn wrestling. Get out of here,
Bro. You would watch Kobe Covington versus GSP. You would, dude, 100%, bro.
No,
You
I'm gonna
telling
watch
me?
Crush. I'm gonna
You
watch
know
Crush.
who's talking
I'm gonna
about?
watch
You know
Ryan.
do you know who was talking about? DC. He was like, I will fuck up John Jones in wrestling, and you telling me you're not gonna tune in and watch that?
No.
You would. You're fucking lying, bro.
No,
I
I
know
wouldn't.
you.
No, I
You
wouldn't. I
would.
would see a highlight on Twitter and I go, wow, that's cool. And then I'd keep scrolling.
Yeah, there's gonna be nothing on that night. You're gonna be watching that shit, and then you watch sumo after. Let me see how
Sumo,
else we got.
baby. Let's go, Scott. Yeah, I don't care about wrestling.
Other than that, I mean, there's definitely been a lot of news that has come. Like fucking speaking of RFA, Henry Cejudo versus Uriah Faber, Gable Stevenson making waves again. Ryzen announced.
Finally getting arrested.
Other than that, I mean, I think we're pretty caught up on the news. I believe.
Solid.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, Danny Rodriguez defeated Petr Marokov at the
Okay.
Rajadam 80th anniversary.
Yeah,
Jaramsuk
that was a
dominated
while ago.
Kazuki
Osaki.
Osaka in Muay Thai.
Yeah. I mean, the Osaki brothers are gangster in kickboxing.
Yeah,
So
dude,
I
I
think,
love that
dude, even though he got his ass whooped, shout out to Kazuki Osaki
Exactly.
for being down to go fight a fucking Muay Thai champ in Muay Thai. Super gangster of him.
Exactly. But that wraps it up for me with the combat sport news. It's almost dinner time for me. So, anything else for you?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna probably go live a little later or maybe tomorrow for a breakdown for the UFC card next week.
Yeah. You mean
And
this
then
Saturday?
we've got tons of fight companions this weekend. What you got going on over on CST?
CST, we always dropping interviews. We are working on the website, so there's something in the move for that.
Sick.
So you know what I'm saying?
That'll be awesome. Let us know.
Izzy's gonna be dropping in some kickboxing, Muay Thai breakdowns, articles, and stuff like that. Probably gonna move our rankings to that website.
That would be
just to put as
awesome.
much. You're always welcome to help me with stuff too on there, with articles and stuff. But we're going back to Senshi on February 28th. Remember I called you about that? I got the homie.
Yes.
And this girl going over there. She's actually his camera woman, so which is pretty dope. Shout out to that
That's
couple
cool.
right there, Dylan.
I would have loved to go to Bulgaria and cover a kickboxing event. That would be so cool, but I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to start my own business.
Obviously.
But yeah, no, that's fucking cool, man. I'm glad that CST is on the come up, man. That's congratulations to you for just building that up. That's your baby. So.
Another cool thing, Izzy will be going back to the Amsterdam or Netherlands, whatever, to cover Glory 105, I think, or the Glory / Rise card.
Sick.
The featherweight tournament part.
Yes.
So expect some interviews with some of the Japanese fighters we might have over there with Rise.
Radical.
So
I love that.
We got a lot of cool stuff coming on. So
cool. And then you know what? Combat Conversations back in full swing. Thank you guys for checking out the show. Phil, why don't you say we wrap it up?
Peace.
What the hell?
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Man, you want some too?